Let me guess, and if you're anything like me, you've tried digital art, but sometimes it just doesn't go the way you planned it to. Well, by the end of this video, you will be better at making digital art. I guarantee you. I want you to try something. If by the end of this video, it is a complete waste of time to you and you learn nothing, I want you to hit that dislike button. But you won't, because this will help you, no matter how good you already are. So sit back and enjoy these tips, because they're for beginners and professionals alike. My name is Andrew, and this is Xabio Arts, and this is the YouTube channel I wish I had when I was learning how to draw. Oh, you want this shirt? Well, go get it! Link in the description. Wear it with white shoes, it matches. For this video, XP Pen sent me a tablet, so I'll talk about that at the end of the video, but since they're not paying me, I can roast it as hard as I want, so that's gonna be fun. You asked for it, XP Pen. Don't be mad at me. Oh my gosh, what kind of tablet is that? I need a tablet exactly like that. Shut up, Carol. Go to timeout. Everyone knows that the first rule of Xabio Arts is we don't care about good art supplies. No, we don't. That should be the first tip. Tip number 0. Make it work with what you got. The first tip starts before you even start drawing. So, if you do this for less than 5 minutes before you start your piece, it will make the difference between just okay and wow, that dude knows how to draw. It's called warm-ups. Do a couple of doodles. Do you think that Olympic athletes just take a doodle on the toilet and then just go straight to their event and then just run the best race of their lives? No. They wipe first. And then they do some stretches and practice runs. Minimal effort, but it gets their body used to moving. And that's what you do with your doodles. Make some bad sketches. Make some really bad sketches and know that you're gonna trash them. Because it doesn't matter what you draw. You're just getting your hand used to drawing and you're getting your brain used to thinking about drawing things. It takes less than 5 minutes before you start drawing, but it makes a dramatic difference. Please, for the love of God, do something with your hand before you start drawing. Or, if you're Juan Trevino, do something with your mouth before you start drawing. Tip number 2. We're not even drawing yet. That's right. Canvas size and dimensions. Before you even start a piece, think about where you want it to go. If you're doing Instagram, make it a square. Or better yet, a 4:5 ratio. Now, if you're new to digital art and you don't know how to do that 4:5 ratio in your drawing program, then just use that cross multiply and divide thing that you learned when you were 12. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 2 things, little buster. Are you saying that I'm actually going to be using the math that I learned in school? And 2, you want me to use math on a drawing video? Are you insane? Tierra la boca, it's the easiest thing ever. Say you want a 4:5 ratio. You do 4 divided by 5 equals, and then you put in, let's say you want it 4,000 pixels wide. You don't know what the bottom is. Oh my gosh, how many pixels do I do? Shut up. 5 times 4,000 equals 20,000. Divide that by the number you haven't used, and that equals 5,000. You're welcome, Sweaty.
Why don't you tell us some
doodle
we're actually going to use in our real lives?
Oh my God, Jake, shut up. You're an idiot. Tip number 3. Are we finally going to start drawing? Yes. Is my job occupation on Tinder listed as e-girl at TalkTick? Also yes. It's a responsible job opportunity, Mom. Tip number 3. Use your infinity gauntlet. Snap your earbrush out of existence. Did I say earbrush? I meant airbrush. Now, what you can do is mess with the default settings of the other brushes. Now, if you don't know how to do it, I'll make a whole video about this later, but here's a quick little rundown for a foolproof brush setup for digital painting, okay? Start with, you got 3 brushes. First one is a hard round brush with shape dynamics. So it's basically a sketching and ink brush that gets small when you draw softly and hard when you draw hardly. It's always solid black for line art. And if you want to use it for sketching, then do like a gray or light blue or something. I don't care. Second essential brush is your hard round brush with shape dynamics and transfer turned on. This is going to be your painting and blending brush, so that when you paint soft, the brush goes down to like half size and it gets pretty transparent. And then when you draw hard, it gets really big and is quite, well, wait for this, you're going to think I'm a professional when I use this word, opaque! That means it's not see-through. And the third brush is, brush the hair out of your face. We want to see that smile. Airbrushing is like the first thing that gives off that, I don't know how to digital paint. message to anyone who looks at your art. I mean, don't delete your airbrush because I'm stupid. Don't actually listen to me, but, you know, don't use it. Tip number 4. This is the thing that will separate the meh from the giddy up. Sucky colors. What? How are you going to make this a tip when it deserves its own video? Well, I'll make a video about it, but I need to put it as a tip because it's a tip. It's a good thing. So here's a quick, super brief rundown. I can't get all this information, but I'll make it quick. Pick your dumb colors like an idiot. Then, on a separate layer, fill the solid color over the top of the whole thing, and then test it out on 50% opacity with a bunch of different blending modes. Then, when you're happy with it, merge it back with that bad color layer that you did. And now you have colors that don't suck eggs. But Andrew, I'm still not happy with it. Xabio art sucks. Well, if you're still not happy with it, you can add some adjustment layers so that you can shift the hue to one side, or you can move the shadows toward blue and the highlights toward yellow or something, whatever. Just mess with the colors. Something that a lot of digital artists won't tell you. They'll be like, hey, when I'm adjusting colors, I just like mess with it. That's it. You just gotta experiment like the beautiful scientist you are, Mr. Karnowski. Or, you know, you can use a pre-made color palette that already looks good. Just as long as your colors don't look like you used highlighters. That's pretty much it. Tip number 5. Sorry I even have to say this, but I destroy myself with this every other time. Don't forget to save your work very often. I can't tell you how many times I was like, oh, I know how to save my work, and then I lose it. Or maybe I'm just an idiot and this doesn't need to be a tip. Who knows? Tip number 7, don't scale up small images. They lose their quality once they are small. So keep a big version saved or convert it to a smart object. But how do I convert it to a smart object? Well, it depends on the program that you're using. So look up a tutorial for that. This is not the place for a tutorial on how to create a smart object. Moving on. Tip number 8, flip the canvas. I already knew that one. Shut up. How do I do that? Well, I'm telling you, just stop. I can't do a tutorial on each tip. Find out how to do it in your drawing program and then flip the canvas so that it's mirrored. For extra credit, you can assign shortcut keys so that you only have to press a button for that to happen. I have F5 set to flipping the layer and F6 set to flipping the whole garbanzo. Flip the canvas every time you're starting to make good progress so that you can smash those mistakes in the face with your clever flip trick. When you flip it, you can see the mistakes. That's what I'm getting at. Shut up. Tip number 9. Oh no, I flipped the sketch layer like you said, and now it looks bad. I'm mad. That's the point. The mistakes were already there. You just couldn't see it until you flipped it. So, now that you flipped it and it looks terrible, use the Liquify Tool. Tip number 9. Go into Liquify, set the background to whatever you want so that you can see it better, and blob it around until it's back in a normal shape. You can also use the Warp Tool, but it decreases the quality a little bit, so you should probably only use the Warp Tool on a sketch layer before you start working on the rest of the piece. Powerful tools, man. Use them. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt your video? These are the comment game winners from the last video. Check the comments to play. Has this thing been crooked the whole time? Ugh. Tip number 10. Values are more important than color. Don't forget it.
But Andrew, I don't know what that means.
What do you think this video is for? I'm going to show you. Make a new layer and put it on top of all the other layers. Fill the whole thing with black or white or gray, as long as it doesn't have any color. Now, set the blending mode to either hue or saturation or color, whatever. It doesn't matter. It should turn the whole piece black and white, or what us fancy people call
grayscale.
This will violently rip you away from being distracted by the pretty colors, and it lets you see the painting for what it truly is. Values. Make sure you get a good mixture of dark parts and some light parts and some medium parts. None of it should probably be pure black or pure white, though.
But how do I fix it and get a better separation of my values? I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting really tired of your attitude.
Here's what you do. Besides going in and just painting darker colors and lighter colors and stuff, that's hard. Make an adjustment layer over the whole thing, a level adjustment layer. right underneath that black and white layer, and then mess with the levels until your highlights are a little highlightier and the shadows are a little shadowier. Bonus tip, you didn't do it right. Bonus tip. There, you happy, Carol? Tip number 11. Once you know that your values are as Gucci as a gang, make yourself go blind. That's right. Squint your eyes and blur the image. Like, just make it look like you need glasses so that you only see the blobby colors and stuff. Now, does it look good as blobby colors, or is it a muddy mess? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z Kai. Sorry. I went through a phase and it still comes out every once in a while. Good times, though. Tip number 12. Yes. Another bonus tip. Be quiet. Save the image properly. What? What are you talking about? Well, I'll tell you. Shut up. Save the image in PNG if you can. PNG is lossless, which means it does not compress the video file, so it will not distort any of the quality. But it will be a larger file, so make sure you got some space for that. Wow, thanks for the tips. Can I go now? No. Remember, if nothing in this video was helpful and nothing made you say, yeah, I guess you're right, I need to remember that, then hit the dislike button right now, please. Now, you can hit the like. But wait, I thought you were going to roast the company who gave you that tablet. I am! This is a tough video, you guys. Orange, you glad I didn't show you my food? And while I do, hold on, I'm gonna stop eating. And while I talk about this tablet, you can watch me mash up some Marvel characters that I'm drawing using this tablet. The 3 most powerful Marvel characters in the Marvel Cinematic MC universe. Obviously, it's Hawkeye, Nick Widow, and Black Panther Widow. Black Hawkeye, Wink, Widow, and Agent Robin. And I'll also be showing fan art because I can and I want to. I like seeing your art. Oh my god! There are tablets that will work just fine for beginners that start out at like $50. Oh my gosh, what is in those carrots? Monsanto, did you use Roundup on those carrots? There are tablets that work just fine for beginners that start at $50. But this one has a built-in screen, so it's something you should get after you want to upgrade from a regular drawing tablet. This is the first time that I've even tried a screen tablet, and a ton of professionals have never used a screen tablet and have no intention of using one. You don't need it. So start with something around $100 or less and then upgrade if you get a buttload of use out of it. This one, the name of it is the Artist 15.6 Pro, which makes it sound almost pretentious but still very cool. It was generously given to me by the company XP Pen. Thank you, XP Pen. And also, I'm still going to roast your tablet. It's not a bad tablet. Sorry, spoiler alert, guys. Let's get one thing straight here, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. This is not the best tablet in the world. The best tablets come from a company called Wacom. If you want the best of the best, Wacom. If you want something that's cheaper and still good, this is one of them. But even though it's cheaper, I still don't have the money to buy it, so that's why I'm happy that they sent it to me. It's cool having a YouTube channel. Oh, I always dreamed of this day. Oh my gosh! Watching Mark Crilly when I was like 13 and Jazzo later on, and I was like, oh man, I wish I could get a free tablet. That's the only way I'll be able to get one. Well, guess what, Carol? I got it. I mean, I can't compare it to another screen tablet, but I'll link to a video that does. Comes with a 12-month warranty. Yay, congratulations. You'll have a 3-month-old baby by then. 6-page manual, very short and concise. It's got stuff in there like don't put magnets next to it. Good stuff. I'll leave a link in the description for videos that answer a bunch of installation questions if you're having trouble with that, but it wasn't hard, so you shouldn't have any issues. Actually, that's not true. These are some issues that I had to work through. The pen pressure was not working until I clicked the Windows Ink button. I had to restart my computer a few times when things weren't working. But isn't that like a normal thing when you install new software? Yeah, it is. So that I don't know why I said it. That's just me being dumb. Here's a little thing that helped me after messing with it for a while. I set the tablet as my main monitor so that when I open up like a brush panel or something, it opens up. Oh, I felt like I was going to burp. It opens up in my tablet instead of opening up on my computer monitor. I also went into my display settings and dragged the monitor thing down so that when I move my mouse to the bottom of my computer screen, it appears at the top of my tablet screen. Does that make sense? If not, I don't really care. Who cares? Your computer thinks that you're setting up another computer monitor right next to it, but it's not. It's a tablet underneath your computer. Okay, enough about the stupid monitors. This one took me a whole 63 seconds to figure out. To set the scroll wheel thing to zoom in and out of your canvas, you just click on the keyboard function and set two hotkeys to it. First one is Control plus or whatever your short key is to zoom in, and then the next one to zoom out. Very easy. I don't know why I had to spend 63 seconds trying to figure it out, but I did. The other thing is, since the screen is on my tablet, I thought it was going to be so easy. It's going to make things so much easier. Say it solves all your problems.
Solves all your problems.
Thanks, Jaden. I really like Jaden, by the way. And James. Both of them very wholesome people. This video has nothing to do with them. I just felt like saying that because I really like them. This tablet actually took me a while to get used to because it takes different brain muscles. So I need to get working to get those boys swole. I've been avoiding doing any tablet reviews from people who've contacted me because, I don't know. But then I realized that I used to watch videos on like, what tablet should I get? Oh, hey, bonus tip at the very, very, very end. Make sure you can take criticism. Ask for criticism and be able to handle it without getting personally offended, because if you really want your art to get better, then you gotta live with the fact that your art sucks. It's okay. Everyone's art sucks. Even the most professional artists in the world, a lot of them are not satisfied with most of their drawings. And even then, when they are satisfied with it, a year later they won't be. They'll be like, oh, I did that cringe. Meanwhile, everybody's like, I look up to you. You're my art god. Ask for criticism. It's a good thing. That's enough of this video. Bye. He's working his boring office job 12 hours a day, and he comes home, and Judy doesn't appreciate him. She's just stressed out from having to watch so many kids.